All right, welcome to SCRB TV. I'm getting ready for a training session in a few minutes, actually, but the center's just down the road from me, so I haven't got to go too far. Our 2005 team has training, but I thought I would make a quick little video before we get out there because Atletico Madrid just won the Europa League championship. Where did they play? They played in somewhere in France. I forgot. Lyon. They played in Lyon and they beat Marseille 3-0 comprehensively. Marseille had a few chances. They had one where Germain should have scored first after 3 minutes. Didn't do it, and then Grisou took his chance, 1-0 to Atletico, and they just went on from there. At 2-0, Mitroglou, he had an opportunity to make it 2-1 in the 80th minute, but hit the post, unlucky, went across the line, but didn't go in. And then the captain Gabi, on the counter, they beat them, got the third, 3-0. I just wanted to say that credit and congratulations to Atletico Madrid, because Diego Simeone knows how football works. He knows how he wants his team to go about getting the results, and it was a pretty impressive performance by Atletico. They defend well, they get after the tackle, they get in after you, they make it difficult for you, they make you uncomfortable. And then once you're trying to get your bearings on being forced into discomfort, they pounce on you and they take advantage. You make one mistake, they make you pay for it. A fantastic way to go about it, and that kind of. I remember Arsene Wenger, as you know, if you're on the channel, you know that I'm a big Gooner. You can see my lanyard, yeah. I'm a big Gooner, and Arsene Wenger said that he did not like the fact that Champions League dropouts get to drop into the Europa League. And I don't necessarily agree, even though I love Arsene Wenger. I don't necessarily agree. I think that, give them a chance to come in and win a trophy, and that actually elevates the level of the Europa League. And this year we had one that dropped down that was just really a Champions League side that was really good, and nobody could deal with them. And that was Atletico Madrid. And as much as I love Arsenal, there's something that I love a little bit more than Arsenal, and that is when football is just and pure. And when I say just and pure, the best team wins. And Atletico Madrid were the best team in the Europa League because they're really a Champions League side that dropped in and kept on giving everybody the business. And then I want to kind of segue into the situation at Arsenal. We're trying to get a new manager, as everybody knows. And Diego Simeone is a name that has been floating around, not high on the list because he's going to cost a lot of money. And Gazidis and what's his face, Kroenke, they're not going to want to cuff up the money, create give the required war chest to get players, so that he's not going to come, and neither will Allegri. And I mean, there's nobody. I mean, even Unai Emery from PSG, that just got let go by PSG. Thomas Tuchel took the job at PSG, so now Unai Emery is unattached. But we're not going to go get a manager like that because these guys are all big names, and we're flirting with Mikel Arteta. Arteta is ahead of Patrick Vieira, and the young German lad Nainggolan, that's at Hoffenheim. They're all young guys. They can pay them not as much as they would pay whether we're paying Arsene Wenger or what Luis Enrique was asking for. So it's always about money for Arsenal, the board there. And I think what, all my fellow Gunners, we all need to understand that we are in massive trouble. We're in massive trouble because it's all about money for the front office there, for Ivan Gazidis, for Stan Kroenke. It's all about money. It's not about football. It's not about winning championships. It's not about winning trophies. It's not about playing good football. It's about making sure they're making money. So the situation is this. We're going to get Arteta, and we've got to back him. Hopefully he can replicate something similar to what Arsene Wenger has been able to do. You know what I mean? And get us into the top four, or that'd be nice, or win the Europa League, or win the FA Cup. Do something. Keep us in the top six. Keep us in the top between 4 and 6. I don't see us right now with Arteta getting into in a title contending position, because they're not going to give him the funds to get new players. We're about to sign Socrates from Dortmund, the Greek centre back. I'm sorry, folks, but he's no good, bro. We've seen him at the World Cups. You know, he played for. Now think about this. He's a starting center back at Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund is way off the pace of Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich won the league by a landslide, beat Dortmund the last meeting 6-0, and then Dortmund came, and then Bayern Munich came to the Champions League semifinals and were chasing shadows against Real Madrid, who aren't that great either. In the sense that Real Madrid under the cosh, Juventus put them on the cosh. Bayern were sloppy. That's why they did not beat Real Madrid, and they were sloppy. Why? Because they play in a league where they have such a huge advantage. They're so far ahead that their sharpness was not there. So Socrates is someone that they face all the time. It's so easy for them that they're not even sharp, and they beat Dortmund 6-0. And that's the center back we want to come to the Premiership and shore up our back line. It's like signing Mustafi all over again. And I think Mustafi's probably better than him. So I'm telling you, that's where we're going. Arsenal is in massive, massive trouble, because the glory days are far off. I don't see Arteta really bringing it back, because the front office won't even let him bring it back, even if he is the man. The only positive, the two things that well, there's one positive in how, collectively I feel about it. I want to back Arteta. I think it's, it's not, who did I not want? I'm going to back Arteta, and the word is that his assistant manager may be Xabi Alonso. So I like that idea as well. I don't know why it's not Patrick Vieira, but I have my ideas, but it's not, it's just silliness. I think that Gazidis has a good relationship with Arteta, and that means I think he can control Arteta a little bit better. He doesn't want to bring anybody in who's going to, go against the grain of what he wants done. So we're going to, all those Wenger out guys, they're going to all see now that, it was never Arsene Wenger. It was never Arsene Wenger. It was always the board. And now we are going, we're going to be fighting off Burnley, fighting off Everton, fighting off Newcastle, fighting off who else is there? We're in the second half of it. We're no longer in the top half of the league in terms of pushing for Europa League spots, and I think Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man United, Man City are miles ahead of us, and with the appointment of Arteta and with the limited funds that he's going to be working with, we are nowhere close to catching those folks, And then you see a grown man team like Atletico Madrid winning the Europa League. I mean, we can't deal with that. They bullied us. They bossed us as well. I think they beat up Marseille more than they beat us up. And really, we're like Marseille. We're really like Marseille. Marseille would have had Marseille wished we had beaten Atletico Madrid, because they would have had a great chance to win the Europa League. But as well, we would have too if we could have got by Atletico. But the best team won the Europa League. But yeah, man, I tell you, the managerial search is comical, because just as they used to dangle players in our face to get us excited to buy new season tickets and all that stuff, is what they're doing with the managerial position now. Allegri is gone. He's not coming. He's staying at Juventus. He's gone. My in the know guy, who's a big Juve guy, he'd already told me Allegri is staying. So there's no waiting around. Really, it's Arteta's job. They're just waiting to formally announce it. And then once Arteta's in, he's going to bring in his own staff, and we're going to rock with him. And I'm going to back him. He's got good hair. You know what I'm saying? He got good hair. You know what I'm saying? So, he's going to look good at his press conference. I think he's going to wear nice suits. You know what I'm saying? So I do like that part of it. He's going to look the part, I just don't think he's going to be able to get players. Just as Wenger wasn't able to get players, I don't think Arteta's going to be able to get players. And the question is, will the players respond to him? Some players that used to play with him, they said that he was arrogant and they didn't really like him too much. But that's maybe it's clickbait information that I was seeing there. But we're in the unknown. And for me, I respected Wenger too much to force him out the way that we did. I'm going to miss him. And I think the club's going to miss him a great deal as well. So, yeah. So that's what it is. A little short video for you. I'm going to get a quick bite to eat before I go to training. I'm not running at practice today. They are. And, yeah. So, again, congratulations to Atletico Madrid. You guys are real tough ballers, man. You guys are grown men doing work. Congratulations to Atletico Madrid. Well done, Griezmann. And the World Cup is coming up, so I think I'll be making more videos again as we go on, more consistently. Premier League is over. Congratulations, Manchester City. Another bunch of grown men balling. So yeah, so that's where we are, But I'll be back as the World Cup approaches and we find out when Arteta gets, announced. All right. So if you like it, subscribe. Follow FCRB TV. Ciao.